Hello, everybody. Valerie Lewis here, coming to you from the suburbs of Washington, D.C. And today I want to welcome you to my masterclass. And we are going to discuss how to get out of MLM Quicksand and onto solid, prosperous ground. So let's jump right in. If you were wondering, who exactly is this masterclass for? Am I in the right place? Well, I've got a checklist right here for you. So if you fit one or more of these categories, then this is definitely the place you need to be. Congratulations, okay? So if you are in MLM or direct sales, or you're a network marketer who is tired of spinning your wheels, if you want to leverage the internet to get more leads, customers, clients, and sales to increase your income, if you are feeling lost, or you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling like you're new, or you're overwhelmed, if you don't want to be salesy, but you do want to increase your sales, right? If you have a traditional business, but you want to scale up that business using social media and the internet, if you're getting leads, but you're having trouble converting those leads into sales, if you've been hearing tons of advice and you don't know where exactly to begin, if you're an employee and maybe you've been looking to fire your boss, maybe you want a little bit more freedom in your life. If you're a college student and you're looking to avoid student loans or pay them off as quickly as possible, and this whole pay your student loan back in 20 years is not working for you, you're in the right place. If you're a baby boomer who does not want to downgrade your lifestyle when you're finally choosing to live, right? And you're saying goodbye to your job, you're retiring, and you're ready to kick it up and just really enjoy life, only to be told, oh, well, now I have to, live under my means, and my means are much less than what it was when I was working. Right? So if that's the case and you're looking to basically supplement your income, this masterclass is definitely for you. If you're a millennial who wants to create income without having that depressing, stressful job, maybe just thinking about it depresses you and stresses you out. If that's the case, there are other ways to earn income besides going out and getting a job. And a lot more millennials these days are starting to notice that. So maybe, getting out there and becoming a YouTube legend isn't your thing, but maybe what I'm going to show you today is. All right. So basically, for all of you and anyone in between who simply wants more. If you want more out of life, can I get a number 1 in the comments? Put that number 1 in the comments, because I am excited to share with you exactly what you're going to discover in this masterclass. So what you'll discover is how to overcome being stuck in the typical setbacks that land online business owners in MLM Quicksand, right? Now, for those of you that are new and you don't know anything about starting an online business, don't even worry about it, because I too was brand spanking new coming into this. I never had an online business before, and walking into this, I was falling into quicksand, but I discovered a way out. I discovered how to overcome that, and I'm going to share that with you today. So do not worry about being brand new. You will actually be able to thrive in your business because you're new. So that's great. You're also going to discover 3. That's it. Just 3 very simple steps to get onto solid ground and start building a foundation that is promising, powerful, and prosperous. You will also learn how to create victory, because that's why I'm here, right? Victory with Valerie, right? So you're going to learn how to create victory in your business, even if you're brand new to this and you're on a shoestring budget. And for those of you who stay to the end, I have a bonus for you guys. I am going to peel back the curtain, and I'm going to show you the single secret that your upline doesn't want you to know, which is how to fast track and get your business pouring in leads and also massively converting sales. Okay. So I get it. I know some people are probably like, well, Val, why wouldn't my upline want me to fast track? Why wouldn't they want me to make a whole lot of money? Don't they make money if I make money? Yes, they do. But unfortunately, sometimes uplines think that they're supposed to be your supervisor, and they're supposed to stand over you and breathe down your neck, and that they're supposed to make more than you and be more successful than you. So if you get out here and you fast track and you take off with this business and you're doing better than them, sometimes they can resent that and even try to sabotage your business, unfortunately. unfortunately. So I'm hoping you don't have that type of upline, but I do know that it exists. I know there are people out there that do that. They don't want to see you, rank up before they do or surpass them in your efforts. And it's totally possible to do that. And it is true. Everybody does win when you're able to succeed, but not everybody sees it like that, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you how to do it if they won't. All right. Now, of course, I got to put out a disclaimer, right? This bonus is only going to be for people who want sustainable, residual, passive income, and they want it without any stress or overwhelm. So if you've been looking for a way to talk yourself out of building your business and saying, oh, this is going to be too hard, I'm not going to be able to do this, then this is not for you, because it is so silly simple that whoever watches this and does not get results, I mean, seriously, I got to question whether or not they really wanted to do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's that simple, you guys. So it doesn't matter if you are millennial, if you're a baby boomer, if you're somewhere in between, maybe you're Generation X like me. Listen, you can do this, okay? So now, before we get into exactly what it is we're going to cover in this training, I definitely wanted to make sure that you felt a little bit more comfortable with me and you understand why it is that you should even be listening to me in the first place. Okay, so here's a little about me. I am the mother of 2 teens. I've got my daughter who's 18, my son who is 14. They are absolute gems. I love spending time with them. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this. That's the whole reason why I'm here with you today, is because I want to be able to provide them with the type of life where we can spend as much time together as we want. They were both homeschooled. My daughter finished school. My son's going to be done next year. So it's a really exciting time in our lives because we're all home together and we set our own schedules. There are no alarm clocks in our house, you guys. None. Okay. That's how awesome it is. And I want to show you how to do the same thing as I continue to grow and build my business. Okay. So my background is actually totally different though. Like I told you, I hadn't always done online business. It was quite new to me, but I have always had that entrepreneurial spirit, and I've never really been an employable type of person. You know what I mean? So maybe that's you. Maybe that is you. Maybe you're not feeling this, work hard in school and that's great, but do it just to go into another school and I have to go get a degree and I have to pour 4 to 6 years of my life into that. Maybe you're not feeling that. Maybe you're not feeling like you're a good fit when it comes to getting out here into the job force and trying to find a job and compete with everybody and the scarcity and the lack that's out there. Maybe that's not the way you want to live life. And I'm here to let you know that that is totally fine. I understand that. I've been through that. I started my own business when I was 12 years old, actually. But once I became an adult, right, I had a babysitting business. Once I became an adult, I found that where I thought I was going to go, which is into college and becoming an actuary, turned out to not be that way because I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to jump right into owning my own business. And so I went into cosmetology. I became a hairstylist. And what's interesting is I've realized everything that I've ever done, I've always gotten good at it and then gotten so good that I've become an educator in some way, shape, or form. So even, as a teenager and a young adult, when I was dancing, I became a dance instructor. And then when I started doing cosmetology, I became a cosmetology instructor. And I actually taught at the school that I graduated from. So that was an interesting twist, never thought that would happen for me. I was a platform artist traveling all over the region, sharing with people some really amazing tips on trichology and chemistry, since that was my specialty. I've done modeling. I have, worked with the Redskins. Like, it's been so much stuff that I've done when it comes to being in front of a camera and all that kind of stuff, and being in the beauty industry. But I found that working as a hairstylist and having my own salon was very taxing. It was taxing on me physically. It was taxing on me emotionally because I had to physically be there. I was responsible for a lot of things, whether, I was even there or not. I just realized with all the, painful feet, painful legs, painful shoulders, painful neck, carpal tunnel syndrome, all these things, I just didn't want that in my life anymore. And so I was ready for a new chapter. So that's when it came time for me to decide what was I going to do. What was it that I was going to do in this new chapter that I was writing for myself? Now, here's what I knew I didn't want to do. maybe this is you. I knew that I didn't want to go back to school and get myself into debt. I'm sorry. I just don't see, pouring tens of thousands of dollars of money I don't have and 4 to 6 years of time that I really don't have, especially at this age of my life, to focus on getting just one major skill set. We call it getting a degree, right? But you get this one skill set to go out here, and 9 times out of 10, people don't even use the degree that they went to school for. A lot of times you've got people that go to school, they've got an undecided major, and so that's like kind of a waste of time, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But it's just pouring all this time and money into something, and turns out that even if you do decide to look for a job inside of that field that you got a degree for, there's such a competitive market out here these days. Going to college doesn't really make you stand out because everybody's going to college, and once you do find that job, you're still getting paid entry level. It's just for people that went to college, which is going to be higher than high school, but it's still entry level. And for you to have put, 60,000, 80,000 or more into your education, and you're only coming back with like a $30,000, $40,000 job, ugh. And all that interest is building up over the years, and you got to pay that off. Nope, didn't want to do it. Okay. I didn't want to do it. So that was me. And the thing about it is, I definitely didn't want to get into student loans. I don't recommend anybody go out and get student loans because there is no way out of them. If you hit a hardship and something happens to you, it's not like you can do with other things like a house and a car and all that, and you can like file bankruptcy. You can't add that on. You know what I'm saying? There is no way out. You'll be paying that off for the rest of your life. Look around. I'm sure you know a lot of people that are still to this day paying off their student loan debt, and it's difficult. So I didn't want to do that. I did not want to invest that much time and money into something when I could basically cut the time in half, cut the investment in half, and be able to make way more. So watch where I'm going with this and see exactly what I ended up doing. But here's something else that I decided I didn't want to do. Okay. I knew that I did not want to get myself to a point that I was finally ready to retire completely and stop working altogether and allow myself to have a nice little nest egg to be able to live the rest of my life on. Well, one problem, and I'm sure baby boomers understand this, right? We've been taught to save, 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 but the problem is time goes on and inflation goes up. And the cost of living goes up. So what that, $1,000 was when you saved it at the time, it's much, much less today. And I didn't want to be in a position where I couldn't provide for myself. I couldn't provide for my kids. I wanted to make sure I left something behind for them. And these studies here is just, mind blowing. People are saving 95% less than what they need to be able to live the rest of their lives. People are now outliving their pensions and things like that. And I just did not want to be in that position either. So now you go into talking about, how everybody teaches you, as you grow up, they tell you, get out here, work hard. When you do hard work, the hard work pays off. And I had to stop for a moment. And I looked around and I'm thinking, you know what? I've been working hard and I don't have what I want. I'm not living my dream life. I had a little bit of financial freedom, but I didn't have the time freedom. I was spending 14, 16, sometimes 18 hours in my salon when I wanted to spend that time with my precious children. Right? So what was wrong? What was going on? So is it so much that you're working hard? Because when you look at it, right? Look at what I have down here below. The people that are working hard, right? They are just putting their nose to the grindstone. They're just working. They're doing overtime. They're getting 2, 3, 5 jobs, right? As many as they can handle in the little bit of time that you're given each day. And they're still at the bottom. And they're still struggling. And they're living paycheck to paycheck. And they're robbing Peter to pay Paul. And I did not want to be in that position either. So I definitely didn't want to go out and get a job, let alone a second job, right? I didn't want to have to work so hard. And I noticed that the rich, the people who are wealthy, the people who were living their dream were the people who were working smarter, not harder. And I was like, I need to figure out how to do that. So if you are like me and you want the freedom, right? I wanted to show you this real quick. This is a 2018 survey from Charles Schwab where they asked Americans, what is their definition of wealth? What does wealth mean to them? And I'm wondering if you can relate to this. Do you find that you fit into one of these top 3 answers, right? And notice second and third place are very close. Right? So in third place, you've got loving relationships with friends and family. Second place, you've got being able to afford all your wants. And first place was living stress-free. Can you relate to that? Right? I mean, after all, that's why you're starting or looking to start your online business, right? Because you want to have that freedom. You realize nobody's going to hand it to you anymore, and it's time for you to create it. And so you decided to start your business. Well, here's the thing about that. When it comes to living stress-free, being able to afford what you want, and having time to spend on building those loving relationships with your friends and family, you definitely don't want to be stressed out about money while you're trying to do these things, right? The reason why people can't afford what they want, they don't have the money. The reason why people are stressing out is because of money, right? They can't pay their bills on time. They're struggling. They're deep in debt, right? And their income just is not covering all the things that they need to cover. Right? People are stressing out over their relationships, right? Marriages break up. Number one reason is finances. Because everybody's stressed out and anxious and on, anxiety medication and stuff. So if you are looking for a way to be able to have all 3 of these, I don't even want you to pick just one. If you want to have all 3, if you want to be able to live stress-free, afford what you want, and have the time to spend with your friends and family, the people you actually want to spend time with, then you'll definitely want to follow along. Because what I'm going to show you is when I started my business, I actually went from a tumbleweed marketer. As you can see right here, I had no money in the wallet, you guys. I had no leads, no sales, no signups. I had no warm market whatsoever. Nobody was interested in what I was getting ready to do. Everybody was like, oh, well, good luck with that. This online thing you about to do. Yeah, okay. But nobody really wanted to follow me on this journey. So I started off with absolutely nothing. And I went from that and a whole year of struggling, trying to figure this thing out on my own, to finally coming up with a system. And that system allowed me to start doing things like this, having those $1,000 days, right? So I went from tumbleweed marketer with nothing to finally $1,000 days, which helped me have those 3 things that I want. Less stress, affording what I want, and having more time with my loving family. So here we are, just recently out hanging out at our local amusement park. We live near Six Flags, and just being able to pick up one day in the middle of the week and just go and have a whole lot of fun, get our membership passes and be able to be in the exclusive areas of the park and all that. I could finally afford to do stuff like that, and it was awesome. Also, being able to spend time with my dear friends here. You see them, you probably know their faces, you probably seen them around online, because these are some major marketers in the online space. So starting right behind me and moving to the right, you've got my good friend and mentor, Keisha Bass, good friend of mine, and also mentor, Jen Johnson, and one of my pals right here. Absolutely adore her. She was actually the gateway into me being able to have the successes that I have now. And her name is Lisa Torres. She's definitely a good friend and a mentor of mine as well. I love all 3 of these ladies. And here we are spending some time together, having some brunch, hanging out because we can, in the middle of the day, because we can. Okay. So if these are the types of things that you want to do, here's what I need you to do right now. I need you to suspend your disbelief, because if I can do this, you definitely can do this too. Okay. Like, I don't have any magical powers. I don't have no, magic Tinkerbell fairy dust. Okay. And I came into this knowing nothing about online business, nothing. All right. And it's totally different from being a salon owner. I can tell you that. Okay. So for me to be able to start from scratch and start bringing in $1,000 days and more, which I'll show you towards the end of our masterclass, you can do this. All right. So now enough about me. Let's jump into you. Okay. You may be wondering, oh, well, Val, am I in quicksand already? And I don't even know, like, what's going on here? So let's go through this checklist. If you are thinking any of these things, if you have found you experience one or more of these things, then you are definitely sinking in MLM quicksand. And it's a great thing that you came across this masterclass and you're here with me so I can help pull you out. And you will never sink in this quicksand ever again. Okay. So if you're thinking, I don't know where to start. There are too many options, Val. There's too much information, Val. I'm overwhelmed, Val. I'm confused. I'm frustrated. I don't get this. Okay. I don't have a clear method of operations. I don't have a DMO. Right? I don't have that daily plan of action. What do I do? Or if you're thinking there's so much to do, there's blogging, emails, prospecting, following up, webinars, videos, Facebook Live, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and on and on and on. If you're thinking I can't get consistent leads, I got one or two one time 5 months ago, but I don't know how to consistently get leads. Or if you're thinking, well, I'm getting the leads, but I can't convert them into sales. I don't know how to do that. I'm not good with selling. I'm not a salesperson. Right? I don't want to be that sleazy salesman, but I do need to make money in my business. What am I supposed to do, Val? If you're thinking, I don't have a huge list like the top leaders have, or I don't have the experience like the top producers have, or I don't have the right equipment like I'm seeing all these other people out here with. Listen, if you're finding that you're comparing yourself to other people and you're comparing you being new or you not having stuff to them having stuff, then you are suffering from comparitis, as Ray Higdon would say. So comparitis is definitely not where you want to be, and it will land you in quicksand fast. So I'm going to help you get out of that. So if you're thinking these types of things, if you're feeling that way about yourself and your business, it is time to get out of there. And you may be wondering, is this all my fault? How did I end up here? What's going on? Well, don't worry. It's not necessarily your fault. Okay. And it's okay, because today is the last day that you will ever have to be in quicksand again. All right. So some of the reasons why people end up in this quicksand is from misinformation. Right? You get sold on a dream. When you join your MLM company, you get sold on the dream that you'll be able to kick back, relax. The product sells itself, which is not true, because if it sold itself, they wouldn't need you. They wouldn't be trying to recruit you into the business. Hello. Right? But you're told you can kick back, relax, sip out of a coconut. There's nothing for you to have to do. All you got to do is get started and boom, you're going to be rich. Right? And they start planting this idea of a lottery mentality in your mind. And then the next thing you know, now they're telling you all these other things that you need to do that you weren't ready for. Right? So lack of preparation is another, right? You weren't prepared because they didn't prepare you. They didn't tell you about all this stuff. Right? There's a lack of training because they may train you on their products and what's so great about them, but they don't train you on how to market and promote yourself as a business who happens to sell this business's products, right? So just like as a hairstylist, I would sell products from my salon, right? I would sell shampoos and conditioners, things like that. But those shampoos and conditioners, that wasn't my business. My business was my particular services. And I happen to have, products from other companies that I was working with. And that's who you are as a network marketer. You are someone who is in business for yourself, who happens to offer products from another company that you work with. That's the way that works, right? But see, if you're not told that, then you don't know. Misinformation, lack of preparation, lack of training, also a lack of tools, because they really don't equip you with everything that you're going to need to be able to successfully run your business for the long term. Now, sometimes it is ego. Sometimes people end up in quicksand because they're unwilling to admit they need help, or they're unwilling to seek out that help. Obviously, that's not you, because you're here today to figure out what it is that you need. You're here to troubleshoot, get the help that you need to get yourself back on solid ground and on prosperous ground so that you can make more money in your business. Okay. But there's also, the fear of failure, right? People are afraid. What is everybody going to think of me? What is my friends and family going to say? What if I, fall flat on my face? What if this business doesn't work? And then everybody's laughing at me talking about, I told you so. I told you this online stuff was a scam. This stuff doesn't work. You need to go get yourself a quote, real job, right? Those types of things. People are afraid of that, right? They're afraid of success. What happens if I am successful, right? What happens if I make $1,000 days like Val? Oh, what is my family going to think? What are people going to think about me? All these things. Can I sustain the success? I'm afraid I won't be able to live up to my own expectations, things like that. And then there's also a fear of risk, which actually kind of tickles me a little bit, because people will say, oh, well, I'm not really much of a risk taker. I like to play it safe. Really? Because here's the thing, you guys. every single day of your life, you're making hundreds, if not thousands of decisions. And every decision carries risk. With every decision that you make, it's either going to go well or it's not. Right? And so every decision you make has a risk. There's no getting out of it. Right? So even when it comes to business, why is anybody surprised that there's risk involved? Right? When you make a decision to get married, there's risk involved. When you make a decision to have children, there's risk involved. Not everybody has a successful pregnancy. Right? When you make a decision to go to a certain college, there's risk involved. Oh, what if you should have gone to that other school? Right? Everything. When you make a decision to accept that job offer, there's risk involved. You might be great at it and they still lay you off. Right? You have no control over these things. So why even be afraid of it? Why worry about it? Just put yourself in a position where no matter what happens, you always have, something else that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You're good to go. Okay. So these are some of the reasons why people end up in MLM quicksand. And you may be wondering, oh my gosh, Val, is there a way out? I got to get out of here. And the answer is yes. Okay. There is a way out and it is so simple. Are you ready to find out what it is? I need to know. I need you. If you're ready, I want you to put ready in the comments. Okay. Do I have your permission to show you what this simple solution is? Awesome. 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 All right. So here we go. The solution is so simple. It's only 2 words. Are y'all ready? Boom. Attraction marketing. Attraction marketing. That's the key. And some of you may have heard that term before, attraction marketing. You're not quite sure exactly what it is. Maybe some of you hear people talking about it, but that's all they do is talk about it. They don't tell you how to do it. And you're like, well, dang, I want to learn. I want to know, right? Well, if that is the case, then guess what? That's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you exactly how and why attraction marketing is so fantastic for you. So, why is attraction marketing so powerful and effective? Well, it's because number one, it's ethical. It's ethical because you're always going to focus on giving more than you look to receive and before you look to receive, because I don't like having a business where I can't be myself, that I have to turn into someone else and put on this mask. And unfortunately, even in the job market, that's basically what's happening these days. People are going to work feeling like robots because they don't get to really express themselves. They don't get to really be as creative as they could be to help the company grow. They just have to fit the description, fit the job description. That's it. And then you've got some people out here that, they scam folks. There are some people out here online and it is a scam. I cannot deny that. And I don't want to be one of those people. I wanted to, start a business that I could truly be proud of, where my kids could be proud of me, where I could go out here and leave a positive impact on other people, help enrich other people's lives, help them tap into their own uniqueness and authenticity, and allow that to be the fuel that gets them going on the right path for their particular business. And attraction marketing helps me to do that. So I love the fact that this is ethical. And like I said, you'll be able to start giving more than you receive. So you're going to give in use value way more than you're going to ask for in cash value. So, for example, let's say that in order for someone to join your business opportunity, right? If you're in direct sales or network marketing, and let's say you're in, let's say you're in a travel company. And in order for the person to get started, they need to put in, let's say $500. Okay. They need $500 to get started. Now, some people will be like, oh my gosh, Val, $500, that's kind of expensive. I didn't know about that. Right. But think about what that person's going to get. Right. Because starting that business is the first step to them being able to create the life that they want. And they can live that life for the rest of their lives. Have a whole new lifestyle, all thanks to getting started with that business. Now, wouldn't you say that the rest of your life is worth so much more than $500? right? So with everything that you put out there, even right now today, you guys, you are here with me in this masterclass, and you're already starting to get, some really great insight. You're starting to get some really great information, and we're just barely scratching the surface. We're going to get even deeper into this. And I didn't even ask you for any cash. This is $0 for this training. And yet what I'm going to show you, what I show you in this training is how you can start creating that life that you want, how you could start bringing in $1,000 days or more, right? How you can get out here and not have to chase, beg, convince people, right? And instead have people coming to you. And people that are interested, so that you can sell to people what they want, and you don't have to become the sleazy salesman. You don't have to become someone that you don't even recognize in the mirror anymore. Love it. Okay. So, you, with attraction marketing, you will never, ever again have to chase, beg, or convince anybody. Okay. With attraction marketing, you will never have to experience lack again. No more lack of leads, no more lack of sales, because in order to get the sales, you need leads in the first place, right? In order for you to generate a sale, you have to have people to buy, right? So as long as you constantly have leads coming in, there is always opportunity for you to make money, for you to close those sales. So for people that are saying, oh, well, I've been struggling in my business for a little bit, Val, because, I don't know if there's a market for what I'm trying to sell right now. Or maybe my price point is too high right now. I don't know. Something's going on. It's the economy. It's my upline. It's the company. It's the products. No more lack. I want you to take that word and throw it in the garbage. Okay. Also, attraction marketing is something sustainable. This is something that will help you sustain your business for years and years to come. Also, it's trackable. So this helps you to save a lot of time and a lot of energy and definitely a lot of money, because when you're pouring money into doing advertising, when you are pouring your time into reaching out and talking to people, or when you're pouring in the effort of creating content, putting it out there, seeing who's paying attention, you'll be able to track all these things so that you know what works and what doesn't work. That way you don't waste time on the stuff that doesn't work. And most people get out here in a business, and here's the real reason why most businesses fail within the first 10 years, right? 95% of businesses fail in those first 10 years. It's because they don't track anything. They're just like throwing it up and seeing if it sticks, right? And that is not the way to have a professional business that people can take seriously, that's going to be profitable and sustainable. Okay. So here is the key, you guys. Here's the key to attraction marketing. 3 simple steps. Okay. You're going to build your audience. Then you're going to engage with that audience. And that way you can sell to the audience. Child, good night. End of masterclass. See y'all later. It's like, but it's really this simple. Okay, so more on this in just a second, because I am going to break this down. I'm going to break it all the way down to the profitable ground. Okay, all the way down. But before we do that, let's paint a little picture. Okay, so I want you to picture this. Y'all recognize Sophia? How can you resist listening to this sweet little old lady? Picture this, right? We ain't going to Sicily, but we are getting ready to go on a journey, okay? So I want you to think about you starting your business, right? Now, let's say you decided to start a shoe store, right? That's going to be your business, a shoe business, okay? Now, here is where uplines get it wrong. And it lands you in MLM Quicksand because they're wrong. And here's what it is. Here's a number one reason why people are struggling. It's because of this one piece of advice that your uplines tell you. And that is, everybody's a prospect, right? Now imagine if I treated my shoe company like this, right? And I've got my upline. He walks in and he's like, oh, Val, great. You getting your shoe business all started up? Great. All right. Well, guess what? Here's my advice to you. Everybody's a prospect. Everybody's got feet. So everybody's a prospect. Everybody could buy your shoes. Wrong. Because having that type of mindset is going to cause you to look like this guy right here in this picture. where you will be chasing, begging, and convincing people. Am I right or am I super right? You know what I mean? So you don't want to chase people down talking about, hey, wait a minute, I'm not finished with my business presentation. Look, this person obviously is not interested. So you might be wondering, well, how do I know if they're interested or not interested? Great. We're going to dive right into that. I'm going to give you the number one secret golden nugget. So make sure you got extra pens and paper. Okay, because here we go. But the thing is, when it comes to this whole everybody's a prospect thing, I'm going to show you how it's not. Especially even in the shoe business, but anywhere, everybody is not a prospect. Okay. So look, what if my target market, the prospects that I want to attract to me, are people that have kids and they're looking to buy baby shoes, right? That's going to be totally different from people that are looking for athletic wear, right? If some guy just came off the basketball court, walked into my store, I can't tell him, hey, buy these cute little baby toddler shoes with some bows on the front. That's not what he's looking for. Okay, that's crazy. So no, everybody's not necessarily a prospect. And not only that, you've got a market for kids' shoes. You got a market for athletic wear. You even have a market for boat shoes, you guys. Like, come on. There's an entire market for this. You've got an entire market just for cowboy boots specifically. Not any old boot, cowboy boots, right? And then for those of you that are thinking, oh, well, see, what I sell has a kind of a high price point. It's like $1,000, $2,500. That's fine. There's a market for that too, because you have people that are willing to go out there and pay $1,800, $2,400 just for a pair of shoes. One pair, right? A lot of you recognize this. I'm sure the ladies recognize these red bottom shoes, right? The Louboutins. These are very expensive shoes, high-end shoes, but people will buy them. Okay? People will buy them. They'll even find a reason to buy them. They will make up a reason. Like, people just make up stuff, okay? They will find a reason. If they see the value in it, they will justify why they bought it. Okay? But here's my point. The point is, everybody's not a prospect. And for you to try to market to everyone and try to sell to everyone really equates to you marketing and selling to no one. All right? Because you're going to confuse people. You're going to push people away because your message won't be clear. So you are going to need to narrow down your audience, because the way that you're going to start attracting people varies based on their lifestyle and their budget and their buying habits and things like that. Okay? So now, I want you to picture this just for a moment, right? Let's say, though, let's just look at it on the flip side. Let's say I actually listen to this crazy upline advice that everybody's a prospect. And instead of inviting people into my store, I decide to pick up as many boxes of shoes as I possibly can, put them in my arms just like this lady, and then I go outside of my store, look around for people just walking around, minding their own business, and I start chasing them up and down the street, talking about, hey, buy my shoes. And now I look like this guy. Hey, you got feet? Stop. Check out my shoes. These are amazing. You want these? Like, if I were to do that, people would think I was insane, right? They would probably call the squad car and I'd be in the back seat of it, right? You see what I mean? It is insane. But unfortunately, this is the very thing. This is the thing that uplines are teaching. You don't want to do this. All right. Instead, what you want is this. You want people to come to you, not you going out to them. So I want you to think about that. Even online, when we're dealing with social media and things like that, how many of you have been told, go out here on social media, send out as many friend requests as you can on Facebook. And the minute that people accept your request, just send them a copy paste message, chase them down, right? You're basically chasing these people down the street. They're out and about. They're out and about, minding their own business, just hanging out on social media. They are not on social media to buy anything. They're out there to hang out and socialize on social media. And then you come along and all you're wanting to do is sell. And you send out the copy paste message in their inbox just because you finally got a crack in the door and you're trying to squeeze your way into their lives. They don't want that. Would you want that? So instead, you want people to get in line. You want them to build a long line coming into your store, coming into your business, coming to check out what it is that you have to offer. And you want people who are interested already. Right? So for example, people who like and want your type of shoes and they're looking for it. So you can see right here, you got this nice long line in front of this Nike store. Well, you are not going to find in this line someone who's looking for Louboutins. Totally different market. Okay, so that's not what you want to do. These are people that are interested in athletic wear. That's why they're in this line, because they want it, right? So there is no lack of any type of thing that you could possibly offer. Because if people could go out here and buy pet rocks and sea monkeys, then they will buy what you're offering too, okay? So now, here's where it's really time to sit down and start taking notes. If you haven't been doing so already, I hope you have. But now I'm going to break down to you exactly what you want to do in this entire attraction marketing process so that you can come out of that MLM quicksand and you can be on prosperous ground. Okay. So first thing you want to do is focus on building your audience. Okay. So when I say build your audience, this is the same thing as build your own list, right? Or a list of leads, a list of customers or potential customers, a list of potential recruits, a clientele, all of that is basically the same thing. Okay. So when you're looking to build your list, having your own list is one of the most important tasks to focus on if you want a sustainable profit in your business. Because the thing is, if you want to sell, you're going to need people to sell too. So it's best to start doing that by building a list of qualified leads. Right? People who are interested in what you have to offer. So if you're wondering, okay, sounds good, Val, but how do I do that? This is how. Content. You're going to need to start marketing your content. All right. So it is true that content is king. So you're going to need to start giving before you look to receive. Remember? Okay. So this is the first step in attraction marketing. Because the issue is so many people are focused on the sale. I got to get the sale. I got to get that commission. I got to get my next team member so I can rank up in my business, all this stuff. And they're so focused on that they dive right into the sales pitch, even though they're talking about, I'm not much of a salesman. You don't want to do that because doing that shows it's an indicator that you are operating your business out of desperation, when instead you should be operating your business out of inspiration. Inspire people and encourage people to be attracted to you and reach out to you and connect. That's how you start building long-lasting relationships with your customers, like a company like Nike does. This is why people keep coming back again and again to buy. Okay, so start giving out valuable content, and you can give your potential audience something useful to them. So for example, you can answer certain FAQs, right? Frequently asked questions, discuss popular topics around your particular niche, right? You could give simple tips or takeaways that you've discovered as you've grown that people commonly struggle with. Right? And your content can be a blog post, a video, an email, a tweet, whatever you want it to be. Right? So pick one type of content that fits with your strength and then go for it. Okay. Because the point is this, I don't want you to focus on perfection, right? I don't want you to think, oh, it's got to be perfect. I got to have all the right equipment, this, that, and the other. Look, you guys, I started with a cell phone and sunlight, honey. Okay. I would go outside and start doing videos. Why video? Because for me, that was my strength. I'm great with getting out here, talking to people. I'm comfortable with that. I know how to explain things to folks, break it down, have fun while we're doing it. Boom. That's what I do. Even this, right now, today, this masterclass is content that I am giving before I look to receive anything from anybody. I'm just going to give this to you, give you this knowledge, give you this information so that it can help you. And because of that, because you had seen that I was giving out this information, that's why you registered, right? Okay, so this is what you want to focus on. Let's start building the relationships up. Okay, so do not focus on perfection. Instead, focus on progression. progression. Get out there and start progressing. You cannot progress without taking any action. So you're going to have to get out here and do something. Write an ebook, do a video. It could be a Facebook Live, or it could be a recorded video that you can put up on YouTube. You can post pictures on Instagram if you're not good with being in front of a video camera. Oh my gosh, so many things that you can do. But here's the key. When you start creating your content, you want to make sure that you are consistent with it. You have to remain consistent, because if you don't, people will not find you to be dependable, right? If they see you here today and then you come back again tomorrow and the next day and the next day, but then you disappear for 3 months, they're like, dang it, just when I was getting ready to buy from her, or just when I was getting ready to buy from him, they disappeared. Oh, well, let me go look for someone else that I can trust that's going to be around. So you definitely want to be consistent, okay? And when it comes to consistency, I wanted to give you some examples of various forms of content that I consistently produce and promote. Okay, so just like you saw before, you want to make sure that you focus on, you're going to plan your content, which should only take you a few minutes. Then you're going to produce the content, which really shouldn't take you any more than about an hour. And then you're going to promote it. That's where you're going to spend the most time, because that'll take you days, if not weeks, sometimes months. You can promote the same content, right? And then you'll get the payoff. Yay. All right. So here's some forms of content that I do. Like I said, I love video and even webinars, right? Even the masterclass that I'm doing right now, this is a form of video. So I love to do these. Okay. This is my strength here. So you can see, starting in the top left, and we'll kind of go around clockwise, you can see I have a capture page. I always lead people through a funnel that has a capture page. Why? So I can capture their information. Why? So I can build my list. What kind of list am I building here? I'm building an email list. List of leads, right? Potential customers, potential team builders. Okay, so every time I produce some content, the content always has a call to action that leads them into a funnel. Am I always selling something in the funnel? No, but I'm definitely offering something, right? So for this particular example, I'm offering a free coaching session with me, a victory session. Okay, so I'm not charging anybody for anything, but I still want to continue to give so I can build the relationship up with them. Because once I know what people want, I know what to sell them. Okay, so we'll get more into that in just a second. But yeah, you'll see these to the right of this is a bunch of thumbnails from the Facebook Lives that I have done on my business page on Facebook. And at this time that I took the screenshot, I had done over 305 Facebook Lives, right? And then to the right of that, you'll see the Facebook Lives that I did on my personal profile. I had done over 481 videos. And at the time I took these two screenshots, I had only been about 7 or 8 months into doing video. Consistency is key. So obviously I went out here and did them more than once per day, as often as I possibly could, getting the word out, getting myself visible, building more connections with folks. That's what I did. Okay. So as we continue to move clockwise, we're now going to come down. You see, here's a webinar where I was asked to be on the panel of women who know how to make $1,000 days on autopilot without any stress or technical overwhelm. I'm one of the leaders on the Laptop Lifestyle Freedom Tribe, and we all got together because that particular week, every last one of these women here made at least $1,000 in sales the entire week long. Okay. Then to the left of that, you see, hey, YouTube video, just me being me and making money off this. I love it. Hey, to be myself. I like that. All right. And then, even more content here where I'm interviewed for the success that I've been able to have thanks to being consistent with my content and building up my audience. Okay, so I got to tell you, you definitely want to remember to be consistent. All right, so now when it comes to the engage part, engaging with your audience, right? Give them a reason to get what they seek from you as opposed to anybody else. And the best way to do that is to be yourself. Okay, stick to your strengths and then get out there and follow up. Because as you build your audience, you'll need to follow up with them using that contact information they gave you. So you see now why I have something with a capture page on it, so I can capture their information. I capture their name, their email, and sometimes even their phone number if they choose to give it to me. So I could call them, I could text them, I could email them, I could take their email and I could look for them on Facebook with it. All different types of things that I can do to make sure that I follow up with them and we can start this customer relationship. Aha. All right. So if you are ever in a position where you're starting to get leads and you're like, oh no, I don't know what to do next. I feel like a deer caught in the headlights. I don't know how to close them into a sale. I don't know what they want. Here's a piece of advice. Ask. Just ask them. If you don't know what your prospects want to buy, if you don't know whether they want to buy your products or if they want to be a member of your team, if you don't know any of these questions, ask them. You're going to ask questions that are open-ended so that they'll give you the info that you need to present them with what they want, not with what you want them to want. And that has been the problem with network marketing. People get approached and they're told what they want. And then they're told to go buy it. That doesn't work that way. It does not work like that. You cannot just walk up to somebody and say, hey, I'm in health and wellness. Health and wellness is very important. You should be health conscious. You should care about your health. You should want to live long for your family. And so since we talking about health and wellness, here, go ahead and buy my new vitamins. Buy my shake. Buy my wraps. Nobody's going to do that. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Because the key is you need to build relationships with them. Because the better you get to know a person, the better the relationship becomes. You can then discover their needs, their concerns, their challenges, their pain points. And once you know that, then you'll know what to offer them. And so you need this information from them before you try to sell to them. All right. So let's go back to my example. Let's picture this. All right. We're going to picture this once again. Okay. So back to the shoe store. Okay. Let's say now that you've gotten your shoe store open and you're going to start using attraction marketing, that you finally get a lead, right? You have a customer potential customer. They're not a customer yet because they didn't buy anything yet. So you got a lead walking in and she's browsing through your shoe store. Well, most people, when you go into a store, what happens? Someone approaches you that works there and they say, hey, thank you so much for coming in. How can I help you today? Or what is it in particular that you're looking for today? Things like that, right? Those types of open-ended questions. Now, here's the thing. Why do they ask you that? When you go into a store, why do they ask you that? Well, it's because they want to know how to sell to you. They want you to tell them what you want so that they can offer it to you and then you can buy it from them. But in order to do that, they're going to build rapport. So they're going to be very nice, very polite, come up to you and kind of put you in a position where you can feel comfortable and warm up to that person so that you'll open up to them and share with them what you want. And then they're going to sell it to you. Okay? So nobody wants to buy from you, though, when you're chasing, begging, convincing, trying to manipulate them, trick them, or pitch to them. Right? Don't you hate that? Okay. So back to my shoe prospect. All right. So she comes in, you ask her what she's looking for today. And then she tells you, oh, well, I'm going to a wedding and I already have a beautiful gown picked out, but I want some gold shoes to go with my dress. And I kind of have something in mind, but I don't know if I can find it, but I definitely want some gold shoes to go with my gown. Boom, you guys. Boom. Now you know what to sell her, right? You know what not to sell her also. You're not going to sell her cowboy boots or boat shoes, right? You're going to sell her some formal shoes that are gold, right? But before you start pulling every gold shoe off the shelf, further qualify her. Ask more questions. Narrow things down. Make the sales process easier on yourself, right? Do that by further engaging with her. So at this point, I would ask, okay, all right, so you want gold shoes. So I'm going to ask things like, okay, would you like a high heel or a low heel? Do you want shiny smooth gold, or do you want the sparkly, more bling bling type of gold? Would you like an open toe? Would you like a slingback? Right? I'm going to let her tell me what it will take to close the sale. You guys, you got to start letting your prospects tell you what they want to buy from you. That's how you close. And it's that simple. And see, when you do that, you can present to that person exactly what they want. So just like this lady, once she answers the questions, I can present to her exactly what she wants. And guess what? I don't even have to ask for the sale. You will not have to ask for the sale. You don't need scripts. You guys, you don't need scripts for this. Okay? Just be engaging and ask questions. And when you do, check this out. Look, that person will already be at the register with their shoes or their product, right? Their credit card out, wondering why it's taking you so long to ring them up. And ring them up now. Okay? So that's the important piece of this. You got to engage. You cannot hide behind your posts. You got to step out there, talk to them, because the faster you talk to them and the sooner that you can start a relationship with them, the faster you're going to be able to sell. You want to get rich slow? Because this is the proper way. This is the moral and ethical way to get rich quick. Okay? It's just continue helping and serving people with what they want. Very simple. Okay? So speaking of which, now we're on to the sell part. Okay? That brings me to sell. And it is so easy to sell once you cover the first 2 steps of attraction marketing. Duh, right? And this works no matter what. No matter what. See, here's the thing. You can and you will close sales so much more and so much easier once you realize this, that people will buy from you when they feel comfortable enough and they trust you enough to take the time to find the value in what you offer. And they will do that once they feel like you care, once they feel like you actually hear them. See, that's what makes all the difference. And this will work for you whether you're going to build your business online or offline. It does not matter if you're in network marketing, if you are in, shoes, travel, health and wellness, makeup. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a hairstylist, a barber, if you're in real estate, if you're a travel agent, if you are even a tax preparer. Whatever the business is, you can build it to massive proportions, to levels of success you never even imagined before, if you simply follow these principles of attraction marketing. Okay? So when it comes to starting to bring in that residual, that passive income, the thing is this, you're going to need some loyal customers. They got to be loyal, and they will be. They will be loyal to you once they see that you take the first step and show them that you are a business that plans to stick around. How do you stick around? By building strong relationships with those customers or those team builders or those clients, depending on your business. Okay. So here we go. Let's picture this. We got Sophia one more time. Okay. Picture this. I want you to think about something. Okay. Have you ever noticed that people will go out and buy yet another new car, even when their car that they currently have works totally fine? Like, hello, how many houses do you pass by where you see there is more than one car in that driveway, in that garage, right? Look at this chick. She's so happy. And she just dropped like $60K, right? $60,000 on a new car, but she don't care. She's excited. Yeah, $60K, and that's fine for her. She's excited to buy. So for you to say, well, I'm not much of a salesman, I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, they're doing it. The customer doesn't realize they're the ones selling themselves, right? They're the ones that convince themselves that the sale is a good idea. It's really not much of what you're doing. You're just listening, right? So remember that. Also, have you ever noticed that people will actually go and camp out in front of certain stores, right? Certain brands that they trust and they love, they will go camp out for that next latest product. Look at this example. Here you got the Apple store. You have people that will camp out the night before Apple's about to launch their next biggest product. And they do it even if the store may possibly sell out before they even get in the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will do that. So, and look at this line. Like, don't tell me that people aren't in a market to buy. They totally are. Okay? As a matter of fact, check this out. Right? Have you ever noticed that people will go and actually pre-order from their favorite brands? I mean, think about what that means. Like, let's really think about this, okay? They are paying their hard-earned money, right? That quote-unquote hard-earned money that we all have, right? That we work so hard for, right? And they talk about having a lack of it, right? Oh, I don't know if I got the money for that. I don't know if I can afford that. However, they will go and buy a product knowing that they aren't going to get the product. They're not going to get the product yet. That's basically what pre-ordering is. It's a phenomenon, okay? But it can even be done in your own business, right? So please don't ever tell yourself that there's no market for your products or that your price point is too high, okay? Because come on. So again, it's a matter of thinking and working smarter, not harder, okay? So now, at this point, you know exactly what to do. I just broke it down for you. You know exactly what to do, but maybe you need a little bit of help getting there. Right? Maybe you want to shorten your learning curve, but you don't quite know how to do it due to past mistakes and failures, or due to being new, or due to being on a tight budget. Well, you know what, you guys? We are finally here at the point in my masterclass where I'm going to share with you that bonus that I promised you on how to fast track your breakthrough to success. Remember that? Well, here we go. Let's do it. Are y'all ready though? Maybe I should ask that before I just jump in. I don't know. Okay, so let's do this. What's great about all of this, all of these things we just took a moment to notice about, the fact that people will spend tens of thousands of dollars on stuff that they don't really need, right? So people talking about, oh, I only buy what I can afford. I only buy what I need. Wrong. That ain't true. Okay. So, or the example of people who will even camp out, people who will even pre-order stuff. What's so great about knowing these things is the fact that you too can also build a business where you have that type of loyal customer base or that type of dedicated team where you have people that actually produce, right? And you can finally be out of MLM Quicksand and you can be on that solid, prosperous ground, all thanks to attraction marketing. You're basically going to be attracting the money to you. You are going to become a money magnet. Are you ready? Are you wondering, how can you do that? How can you start having money flow out of your computer thanks to your online business? What will you need to help you apply all the principles of attraction marketing into your business so that you can create an impact, you can create profits, you can create cash flow, you can create success, and you can finally live your dream? Have you been wondering what to do? Right? And I don't know specifically what your dream is. You can go ahead and put it in the comments if you'd like. Okay. I don't know what your dream is. Maybe it is for you to go on that, European tour. Maybe you want the dream car. Maybe you want that dream home, right? Plenty of space for all. I know that's something that I'm working towards, right? Maybe you want the debt-free life, right? Maybe you want to focus your life on continuing to help more and more people. Maybe this is your mission in life. Right? A lot of people will go on missions for their church and stuff like this. Maybe this is what you've been called to do, is show people how to create the life of their dreams through business. Maybe that's what your ministry is going to be. I don't know. Right? Maybe you want to start having $1,000 days. Maybe you want to take your family on that, awesome family vacation on a Disney cruise or what have you. Maybe you simply just want to spend more time having fun with them and just being silly, Or maybe you want to be the person who's on the stage getting recognition, where you're inspiring other people, right? But whatever your dream is, here's where it's gut check time, okay? Because this is the point in our masterclass where you're going to need to get resourceful and build the capital and the skills that you'll need to be successful long term. A lot of people tell me, Val, I can't start a business. I don't know about that. I can't start. I don't have any money to start no business. Get resourceful. Right? Oh, I don't know how to do video. Get resourceful. Learn how to do video. You see what I'm saying? You got to get resourceful, because here's the thing. It's not the lack of resources that cause failure. It's the lack of resourcefulness that causes failure. It's a willingness for people to want to give up before they've even started. That's what a lack of resourcefulness is. Okay. So I love this Tony Robbins quote here. All right. So here we go, you guys. Here's the solution. You'll need a system. Right? We talked about that in the cash flow quadrant. You know, to get yourself in a position where you are leveraging so that you can make more money with less time. You don't even have to worry about time being a factor. You don't even have to physically be there, and you can start generating passive income. You will need a system. Now, what does a system stand for? Well, a system will help you to save yourself stress, time, energy, and best of all, money. Okay? So, why not have an attraction marketing system? And perhaps you didn't even know, maybe you weren't even aware that there is such a thing that exists out here. Well, there is. Okay. And I highly recommend this one for you. And as a matter of fact, this is the one that I use. This is the one that helped me go from nothing and an entire year of struggling. I felt like I was out there in the desert, y'all, with that tumbleweed. Okay. I'm like, tumbleweed, help. That tumbleweed rolled away. Okay. So I went from that to making those $1,000 days, and I've done it in multiple companies, and it's all been thanks to this attraction marketing system right here. My Lead System Pro, also known as MLSP. This is the hands down winner of all the attraction marketing systems out there. Not only is it an attraction marketing system, but first and foremost, it's an education platform. This MLSP is not a network marketing opportunity. And MLSP will never, ever, ever conflict with your network marketing, MLM, direct sales, or top tier opportunity. So if you have heard that, remember what I said earlier about uplines. Sometimes they do not want you to fast track. Okay. They're like, oh no, they're going to find out how to do this and be successful, and they're going to be more successful than me. So this is your education platform. This is the way that you are going to learn how to market yourself. So for your company to tell you you can't use MLSP, it would be like them telling you, oh, well, you can't go to business school to learn how to build your business. It's ridiculous. Right? So no conflicts there. And actually with MLSP, it makes it easy to sponsor people into your opportunity, which brings you more money in your pocket. So you may be wondering, okay, Val, sounds pretty good. How will MLSP help me to fast track though? Well, the system helps you with the entire attraction marketing process and a whole lot more than that. Things that you may not have even realized that you need for your business. So when it comes to, for example, building your audience, right? Remember when we covered that? Well, here's the thing. You need to not only have some content, but you need to make sure that you promote it consistently. We did talk about that. And your content needs to be high quality and of value to your audience. You got to make sure that you're doing that. But here's the thing though. If you're new or you haven't yet had the success that you want, this can be a pretty scary and difficult responsibility for you, right? You know, I've been there. I get that. Okay. So with that being said, MLSP helps you out with that. All right. We actually train you with some effective and powerful methods of attracting leads to you so that you could start getting leads now, today, like now. Okay. We actually have one of the fastest and easiest ways for you to start getting leads right now. All you'd have to do is go through the course, right? And you have 24/7 access to all of the courses. So it is very easy for you to be able to create the success you want at your own particular pace. And so not only do we train you, but we actually provide you with already done content, you guys. And as you can see, there are 24 pieces of done for you content. They've been designed for you. They have been tested for you. Millions, literally millions of dollars have gone into the testing to make sure that it is actually proven to be effective in helping you to get quality leads for your particular business online. And you'll be able to get them for free. For free. You will simply go out there and share these pieces of content with people. Just like you going out doing a Facebook Live, just like you go out and write a tweet, you know, you would share this same these system campaigns to start generating leads and attracting the right people to you. Plus, there is even more training on how to get leads, whether it's online, offline, social media, blogging, anywhere. And get the leads for free. No more paying for leads. You don't have to do that. And as you can see right here, there are a gazons, I had to make up that word, okay, of training for you to learn exactly how to do it all step by step. Okay. So when it comes to engaging, okay, this is where the money is, right? The money's in your list. The fortune is in the follow-up. Because remember, your prospect will tell you what they need in order to buy, as long as you're asking the right questions. Okay, so we teach you how to do that, because when you build rapport, you're building trust, your prospect will want to open up to you. And with that information that they open up to you and give to you, that will lead you to repeat sales and also to a strong team when you're speaking to your recruits. Okay, so we have training to help you with that. Because see, we all know the fortune's in the follow-up, the money's in the list, but it's all about how you manage that list, how you write to them, how you communicate to them. And when it comes to your prospecting, you'll want to know exactly how to recruit true professionals into your business. Starting today, we show you how to do it. Okay. In addition to that, we also equip you and we empower you with the tools that you're going to need to succeed in your follow-up and engagement. So, for example, how many of you out here right now, right in this moment, have a customer relationship manager that helps you track all the leads that you will ever receive, right? All these leads that you're attracting. Do you have a way to keep track of them to make sure you don't let any of your leads slip through the cracks? Do you have a way to make sure that you keep a record of every interaction that you have with them? Do you have a way to make sure that you are keep track of who's more interested versus people that aren't quite as interested and they need a little bit more time to warm up to you? Things like that, right? If you don't, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Right? You're sinking in the quicksand, and you need a way to pull yourself out of that. You want to be profitable and you want to run your business professionally. Okay? So not only do we train you on how to do it, but we equip you with these amazing tools and software to help you out. Okay? There are even templates to help you along the way. Also, when it comes to the selling, right? And the selling's the easiest part, right? But not only do we train you and help you and guide you through this process so that you can build your confidence, build your posture, right? We show you how to prospect with people online through social media, right? Whether it's going to be passive prospecting or active prospecting. We also walk you through with our own sponsoring and recruiting script so that you know exactly what to say to close your prospects so that you can get paid. And you can start getting more customers and more reps into your business and do it fast, right? And when it comes to our scripts, we don't give you these word for word, cliche, silly, and impersonable scripts to start copy and pasting. We're talking about real things that show you how to deal with real people like real people and not just look at them as dollar signs, right? And we give you some really great guidelines to instruct you on how you can develop that skill of communication and prospecting and recruiting. Love it. Okay. So the great thing about this is not only do we train you to sell, but we also give you all the tools that you're going to need to be able to create multiple streams of income. So again, remember earlier on, I was talking about you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to be able to make sure that you have ways to continue to have income coming in. Well, when you are ready to start providing your own products, your own services, possibly coaching, things like that, or if you just wanted to make your own customized funnel for your particular MLM products and services, you could do that. We provide you with up to 200 funnels that you can build from scratch. You can design them yourself. As well as, have your own blog, because that's going to be really important that you own your own real estate, if you will, online. So you got to remember, you don't own Facebook, you don't own Twitter, you don't own Instagram, but you do own your own blog through MLSP. So you'll be able to design it however you want, put the content that you want on there because it belongs to you. And you could, like I said, you can start doing your own making your own products like I've done. I've made my own trainings and courses before. You could make your own, do your own coaching, have your own sales funnels, all that great stuff, your opt-in pages and all of that. You get to design the way you want them to be. And even if you don't have your own products or services to sell yet, we've got you covered on that too. So you can get started making money today with absolutely no experience and no products of your own, because we have provided for you over 30 different products that have been tested and proven to help people generate leads, generate sales, and create freedom. Okay, so I want you to check this out, because you've got your product campaigns. They're 100% done for you, ready to go to work for you and your business so you can build it. You will earn commission for that. Then there is also, the profit campaigns, where not only are they 100% done for you and ready to go to work to build your business, but you will also earn 100% of the profit. Whoa, good stuff there, right? Talking about creating freedom. Okay, so when it comes to this, with everything that you get here, right, in this system, can't you see, right? You can definitely see how this system helps you to save yourself some stress, time, energy, and money, right? Okay, so with everything you get, the done for you system, the done for you content, the training, the tools, the sales funnel, the blog site, the done for you products, the community, and so much more, all in one place, mind you, so that you can break through and have success and live your dream, I got a question. What is that worth to you? Well, let's think about this. I looked it up on Forbes. Forbes says the average that it takes for someone to start up a business, right? The startup capital necessary for your average brick and mortar business is about $65,000 to start up. However, we're not charging that, even though it is definitely worth it. All the things you get inside of MLSP, the CRM, the funnels, the templates, the training, the tools, like, oh my God, and the community itself with all of those amazing leaders who are in there that you have direct access to 24/7. Yes, it's definitely worth it, but we're not going to charge the 65,000. We're not even going to charge 35,000 for this. Okay. It's not even going to be, not even 15,000 for this. Okay. And actually not even 10,000, not even 5,000. All right. But access into a membership for MLSP is only $10. You can actually test drive this system for $10 right now. Okay. And with that $10, it will allow you to spend the next 10 days checking out all of these amazing features and training and tools that you'll have in your arsenal to be able to get out here and absolutely crush it online or anywhere for life. That's all it's going to take. $10 to get started, right? And even better is that this $10 is totally risk-free. So even if you come into the community, you have your membership, you check it out for the 10 days and you don't love it, that's fine. We will give you the $10 back. We don't need the $10 and we don't deserve the $10 if you can't see the value in it. Okay, so you definitely be able to get that back. So check this out. Okay, you'll be able to start doing things like making as much in a day as many people make in a week, right? So here is one milestone for me in one of my companies. I actually had, looked in there and noticed this was in the middle of the day. I'm like, oh my gosh, this was around 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I looked in my back office and I saw this and I'm like, I got $834 today. The day's not even over. Oh my gosh. Right? But it's more than a lot of people make in a week, and they are working so hard. And yeah, they deserve it, but they're not earning it. It's time to write your own paycheck, you guys. Right? So you can also start having $1,000 days online. So just like when I had showed you guys the first time that I made $1,000 day, well, here's another one, right? I got $1,000 commission. Woke up to this email. I woke up one morning, saw in my emails a congratulations, you made a commission. And I'm like, I did? What is this? And boom, $1,000 overnight while I was asleep. I was like, I need to sleep more often. Okay. So that was definitely an accomplishment. So I went from tumbleweed marketer with nothing to finally $1,000 days. Who doesn't love these, right? And also you'll be able to get out here and start being an inspiration to people and impacting other people through the success that you will create from everything that you're going to learn through MLSP. Right. So this has allowed me to be able to have that, that feeling of accomplishment. Maybe that's something you want to. And you can have that even if you've never had success before. You can get out there and start hitting those leaderboards by the 3 simple steps that I showed you. Because honestly, you guys, that's how I got here. Now, if you're wondering just how powerful can MLSP be, well, I would have never believed it unless I lived it myself. But check it out. You guys, I started getting awards for excellence in leadership, in marketing, in coaching, and in professionalism. And I have, in fact, been able to start writing my own paycheck. Check this out. $1,500 in one day. Then $3,000 in one day. And then my best day so far, $25,000 in one day. Hello. Now, of course, there are people inside of MLSP that have done even better than this, but this was the milestone for me. And I'm so thankful for it because I wasn't even expecting it. I didn't know that I had that kind of power. I didn't know that I had that kind of potential to be able to get out here and impact people's lives in a way that it was going to bring me that kind of income. And that's the key, you guys. The impact is what brings you the income. Okay. So I also wanted to show you a couple of friends of mine so you could see the kind of results that they have gotten by using MLSP as well. So you see my pal here again, Lisa Torres. She's hanging out with me because she actually introduced me to MLSP. And there I am, just 3 months later with an award in my hand. And she was so proud. We just had to take a picture together. And I was so thankful. Okay. So Lisa, here she is right here. And I'll grab these couple of Facebook posts here from her where she said, this Friday will be my 1-year anniversary with MLSP. This was back in April of 2016. She had her top 2 personal goals: buy a new car, rank advance to L6. And guess what? She hit the goals, you guys, right? So she was able to get her brand new 2016 Mercedes-Benz in 2016. It was brand new. She was able to pay with cash, right? Thanks to what she learned inside of MLSP, what she has used, the tools she's used, the software she's used that has helped her build her business to that level. She went through 18 years of struggle where she only made $20 in her whole 18 years. And that was only because a friend of hers felt sorry that she hadn't made any sales yet. So they bought something. Okay. But now here she is with her brand new Mercedes-Benz. Then just 2 days later, she said, today is my 1-year anniversary with MLSP. So grateful for this system and what it has done, not only for my business, but the businesses of others that I have shared it with. Right. So what has happened to her has been that she has earned over $100,000 in front end commissions just with the MLSP system. It doesn't include what she makes on the back end in her primary companies, the other companies that she has. She was just 1 point away from hitting L6, and spoiler alert, the very next day she did hit L6. All of this in her first year, $100,000. Now, how does a person go from 18 years only making $20 to 1 year of making $100,000? How does that happen? MLSP. She tells you that. Okay. Also, look what she's been able to do in her 3rd year. She's got $278,691.58 just from MLSP alone. Then she's got one of her companies that she's a part of. She brought in her gross volume of $126.2 thousand. Then she has another company here. She brought in $60,406. And now you also notice that house right there. You guys see that house, right? You saw the picture of her with her car. What's that house about? Well, I found when she posted about that too. And she said, look what MLSP helped me get. A brand new house built from the ground up. If y'all think MLSP doesn't work, think again. You guys, $10, like, come on. That's how I got started. $10. I realized, okay, this is what I need in my life, in my business. Lisa, same thing. Got started. This is what I need in my life. Okay. So, one more pal, want to show you guys, okay? My good friend Keisha Bass, we're also in the Victory Tribe together inside of MLSP. And look what happened for Keisha. Okay. She said, MLSP changed my life. I am forever grateful. I get to stay at home with my kids and live my dreams. Thank you, MLSP. You rock. MLSP was able to show her not only how to make six figures inside of our community, right? Just inside of MLSP alone, right? Thanks to being able to sell some of the products and things like that as an affiliate, but also through her primary businesses. So you'll see to the left, she's got a business here where she's brought in $143,902.85. And then at the bottom, you'll see this was actually a screenshot taken just 10 months after she started. And this is for $100,123.01. And in that one day, she had made $1,771.10 in one day. Some people work a week. Some people work 2 weeks in order to be able to make that amount. Write your own paycheck. And you can do that with MLSP. So I thought that was absolutely amazing. So now, for you baby boomers out there, you might be thinking, okay, well, you youngins know how to get out here on the computer and do this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? Baby boomers know how to do it better. Okay? Check this out. You got baby boomers like Diane Hawkman and Rob Four who have created 7-figure incomes using MLSP. Okay? Matter of fact, Diane has made over $1 million just through MLSP alone. And that doesn't even include her other, affiliate programs and business opportunities that she's a part of and things like that too, plus her own training, coaching, and courses. Right? But first, let's take a look at Rob. Right. And he says, look, I focused on blogging, video marketing, and email. My edge would be automated SEO versus social media or paid advertising. So we all do different things. We all have different methods, and yet we all know how to create that success thanks to what we're being taught. And as you can see for Diane, she's already earned $978,811.95. And the commissions that she has pending is $19,905.62, which will put her over the $1 million mark, which is what she's approved for. I'm excited. All right. Really cool stuff here. So it doesn't matter how old or how young or young at heart that you may be. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you that too. Here's another friend of mine. Very young. Jelena Ostrovska, very good friend of mine. Instead of college, she decided to start her business using MLSP. And some people out there said she was nuts. But now she's a top leader and she's traveling the world whenever she wants on her own because she has a successful business that is bringing her passive residual income. So here's Jelena. She says, today marks my 3-year anniversary with MLSP. When I was 19 and I finished high school, I didn't go to university thanks to my wise parents who put me on the right track because her parents have their own businesses. Okay. And she decided to build this online thing. Right. So her first year was a disaster, probably like for most people, just like myself. I told you guys about me. Right. So she had countless sleepless nights, hundreds, if not thousands of webinars and training videos that she watched, tons of rejection, being laughed at by her friends and even some of her teachers. She was, quote, too Russian to record a video. Right. Because she did not speak English. That wasn't her first language. But she says, hey, 700 videos later, it got easier. OK. So she went from all of that to now she travels the world. She has become a coach. She has ranked up several times in her business. And she even spoke on stage at Live the Dream 8. Because without MLSP, she would be in college buried in debt. And she says, if I, a Russian chick who's now only 22, can make it happen, you have no excuses. Now, she's 22 at this point, but she started 3 years prior when she was 19. and she has built this massively successful business. Sometimes thinking outside the box and living outside the box is the best place to be. All right. So now, just imagine that. Imagine getting everything that you need for your business right now from day one. Hopefully by now you see how this saves you stress, time, energy, and money. Okay, so now let's jump right into our fast action bonuses. Okay, because for those of you that take action right now, go ahead and get started with the $10 trial. You'll see the link below. You can go ahead and get started. I've got some bonuses for you. Bonus number one, right? Irresistible bonus number one. You will receive a free coaching session with a trained MLSP coach to help you develop a 90-day plan of action to kickstart your business fast. Because we want you to succeed. We want it for you. We want you to be able to have all the success you can possibly hold. Okay. So you'll be able to get on the phone with one of our MLSP team leaders, one of our coaches. You can compress time and you can get crystal clear on what you can do right now to get leads and make money in your specific business starting today. You will also get results, right? Fresh prospects, exposure, cash flow for your particular business and get it fast. And I am actually one of the onboarding coaches. I'm a team leader inside of MLSP. So yes, you'll be able to have your call with me. So once you go ahead and get started, send me a quick message. Let me know that you have gotten started and you want me as your onboarding coach, and I will be happy to make those arrangements for you. I am only going to do this for the people that get started right now. So you have to send me a message. I don't care if it's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want, but send me a message and let me know, Val, I attended your masterclass, loved it, got started. I want my session with you ASAP. When can we do it? And I'll take care of it from there. Okay. All right. So now for your irresistible bonus number two, okay, you will actually get a step-by-step DMO. That is a daily method of operation by our industry's top leaders. Okay, so you're actually going to get a top earner blueprint, which is 5 simple steps a day that requires just a little over 4 hours a day. But even if you only have 2 hours, if you can muster up a total of 2 hours a day, even that will be enough for you to build your business right now with no problem. Okay, so that you can start achieving your goals. You will learn exactly what these multiple 6, 7, 8 figure earners are doing so that you can start doing the same thing. All right. Bonus number 3, you will receive free 24/7 access into my new Victory Challenge. Okay. So this will include my 10-day fast track to success, so that while you are inside of your 10-day test drive, your trial period inside of MLSP, you'll know exactly what to do to start having success from day one. You'll know what to focus on. You'll know where to go so that you don't get lost, confused, overwhelmed, and fall into that MLM quicksand once again. You'll know exactly what to do for your business. Okay? And in that way, you'll be excited, ready, and equipped to last well beyond 10 days for your business to survive and thrive and be able to have those profits coming in, right? Also, bonus number 4, my final bonus here, I am including free 24/7 access into the Victory Tribe. So you saw a couple of us wearing those shirts. This tribe is a powerhouse tribe. We are full of people who know how to get results. So anytime you have any questions or anything like that, you can feel free to ask those questions. We'll be happy to help you out. There's always some really great and amazing tips to help you out with knowing what's going on right now, what's working right now for people as they're building even more success. So that'll be great for you. So yes, you will have ongoing training, tips, and support inside of a family-like community. So awesome, right? So that's actually my favorite part of this whole thing. MLSP is more than just a training platform. We're more than just a system. Really, we're more than even a community. We're family. So isn't it great to know that you have that security of not having to be in business by yourself? right? You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So go ahead and get started right now, you guys. The time is now. So thank you so very much for tuning into my masterclass today. Definitely give me some feedback on what's your biggest takeaway from this. And I am so excited to get started working with you, walking you through exactly what to do so that you can live your dream. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next masterclass.